it's rewarding to be a female in a corporate environment, but honestly, the role also comes with its challenges. I think now more than ever, there are really opportunities in business for women and for minorities, quite frankly. But that doesn't mean that it's not tough. So when we created this impetus for change and we set targets like percentage representation of women in leadership positions, unfortunately, I think there's also an ugly side. And sadly, it has given rise to a lack of trust in individuals' ability. So a form of bias. And for me personally, I think what it's meant is that I've sometimes doubted my own abilities and I'd question why I was being given a particular opportunity or why I've been given a seat at the table. And I think it really fed my limiting beliefs. And I've had to fight to remind myself on an ongoing basis that there's unique value that only I can add. Personally, I have to say, I've also felt a sense of isolation and exclusion. I mean, even when I was in a room full of professional men, breaking in and getting the recognition that someone deserves is sometimes not easy. And part of our role really as women leaders is to shift mindsets and to transition the culture at the leadership levels from a boys' club to one that enables women to achieve some of these top ranking positions. There are unfortunately unspoken conditions in a corporate environment, and I have to say I've faced some of these headwinds in my own journey to leadership. For example, assumptions being made about whether I'm committed to a particular project or committed to the firm, because I needed to integrate my home and my work life. I needed to cook for my family, spend time caring for my kids. But what I've seen over the last 2 years, and one of the benefits that have come out of COVID, is that many of us have personally experienced, the opportunities that were available to us to really reassess what's important in our lives. And it forced us to rethink what was possible, how we work, where we work, when we work. And I hope that we don't lose sight of the many lessons that the pandemic has brought, and that we use some of the changes that we've introduced as a stepping stone to a more inclusive corporate culture. So these personal experiences have really fueled my interest in learning and development. I honestly believe that education plays a key role in developing a more inclusive workplace. And the lack of inclusivity can traumatize women. You could live in fear of work, and this in turn really does undermine our performance, which reinforces the dominance of men. So education and the support of young women professionals early on in their careers is essential for me if we want to break out of some of this cycle.